I'm Chef Tammy Brawley from the Green Kitchen. I'm going to show you guys how to make a delicious garlic confit scallop potato dish. We're going to start with the garlic confit. Confit basically means cooked in fat. And we have some whole garlic cloves. I like to buy these already with the skins off because it just takes less time. And what we're going to actually do here is we're going to take off the little rough end. We're going to put a half a cup of garlic cloves in our saucepan, and we're going to add 1 cup of canola oil. We're going to bring this to a simmer, and it's going to simmer. It really does need to stay at a very low, the lowest simmer you can possibly get on your stove, and it's going to go for about 45 minutes. I do happen to have some finished product here that we're going to use, so I'm just going to take this off right now so we can start our cream sauce for our scallop potatoes. Now what you first want to do is have some melted butter in your casserole dish. I actually put mine into the oven for about 30 seconds or so. Melt a tablespoon of butter. And then what I like to do is come back with 1 of my garlic confit cloves, maybe 2 or so, depending on how big they are. I like to mash them. And then I like to add them to that dish that I just brushed with that melted butter. All I'm doing is giving the casserole dish a nice little base of garlic flavor. I'm going to brush those around. And then I want to start a cream sauce on my burner here. What we're going to do is we're going to add about 1.5 cups of each of whole milk and heavy cream. Now you don't want this to come to a boil. It will break. Break means it will just separate. What you want to do is just get it to a nice little simmer. But what you also want to add to this is some more of the garlic confit. How much? Well, how much garlic do you like? I know I like a lot. I'm actually going to come back and mash them again. And in this case, I am going to add just a little bit of salt. Give it just a little bit of an abrasive, not very much. And I see, based on that amount of cream, I want to add a little bit more confit. So we're going to get a few more cloves in there. Mash those up. After your garlic has soaked in the oil and you let it cool, you want to keep that oil. You want to keep this in a covered container in the refrigerator and use it in your recipes. But after it does go for about 45 minutes, it will be nice and soft, as you see here in front of you. So now we're going to add that mashed garlic to our heavy cream mixture. Now while that's beginning to come to a simmer, we're going to go ahead and start layering our potatoes. Now you can do your potatoes ahead. If you do, what you want to make sure that you do is that you keep them soaked in water, and that will leach out the starch. What you also want to make sure you do is these need to be really, really paper thin. You can almost see my finger through that, almost like a potato chip thin. I did not do this with a knife. I did it with a mandolin. A mandolin is a very sharp instrument. You want to use great care and caution when you use these. So we're just going to bring the potatoes around in a layer. As you can see, I've already got the garlic and the butter layering the dish. Now we have a lot of potatoes here. It's about 1.5 pounds or so. If you're like me, you might get a little impatient. It doesn't have to be pretty, but you can get in here and just kind of place the potatoes while our cream and garlic are coming to a simmer. I see that our cream mixture is already starting to simmer a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and pour the cream mixture over our potatoes. You really don't want to overfill your dish depending on how deep it is, because it could certainly run over and make a mess in your oven. Blend that nice and well over the potatoes. I see the garlic getting ready to come out, so I want to make sure I get that garlic in there. All right, we want to cover this in some foil. Cover your dish in foil, put it in a 350-degree oven for about 1/2 hour. Then we'll take the foil off. It'll go another 5 minutes without the cover, and voila, your potato dish will be done. All right, and there you have it. For about half an hour in the oven, a garlic confit scallop potatoes. I'm Chef Tammy Brawley with The Green Kitchen. Join us next time on Heart of the Home.
Recipes from the Heart of the Home can be found on the Virginia Farm Bureau website at vafb.com/recipes, as well as on Chef Tammy Brawley's website at greenkitchenrichmond.com.